Well, we're in week 2 of Descending the Mount as we wrap up the teachings of Jesus and the Sermon on the Mount and talk about like what does it look like as we go from here. And our bottom line today is that as we go to obey Jesus, we know that it should look like love.
Right.
And so, as we go to put these things into practice that he's been teaching us, Jesus has made it clear that it all rides on love.
Right. So as we kind of talk about the scripture today in the group time, we're looking in Romans 13, and there's this interesting connection that's made between not being a person who's indebted in any way other than the debt we have of love. This idea that we're constantly debtors because of the love that has been lavished upon us by the Father. Yeah. And it kind of is interesting because, and even in some of the discussion questions, this might emerge, is like, why are we reluctant sometimes to repay a debt of love to other people? And I mean, one of the first ways I'd answer that is like, because when we look at other people, sometimes we're like, I don't owe them anything.
Especially if we don't like them.
Right, right. Or they haven't been very loving toward us in particular. It's like,
I don't know,
I have zero obligation to you, right? And yet, it would seem in the kingdom economy that looks different.
Yeah, apparently when we owe God for the riches of his love that he's lavished on us undeservingly, it seems like the way he wants us to pay that back is to other people. So it's like, you owe me, but pay them.
Right. Which is extremely gracious and generous in his character. It kind of makes me think of, some of you are out there listening to this. You're those people who, so holy, put it out there like, for my birthday, I want you to give something away to other people. Now, I see that sometimes, and honestly, I'm like, it's my birthday.
Yeah.
I want a present, okay?
Absolutely.
I'm just going to say it like it is. Like, I know this is my day. I'll be generous 364 days.
That's right.
But this is my day of birth.
I'm with you, man.
I have a birthday wish list, okay? And I want to be acknowledged. No. But the principle there is kind of true, where it's like someone else is saying, hey, on my birthday, what would bring me joy and pleasure is if I know that you're being generous to other people in my name, in my honor, and there really is a correlation there where it seems like the heart of the Father is like, no, the debt that is owed isn't to this other person, but you repay that debt. I draw joy and pleasure when you can love that person in my honor.
Yep. Yeah, so sometimes that's easier than other times to do, for sure.
Yes.
This made me think of a story, and especially, Jesus, the golden rule that we're studying this week is, do to others as you would have them do to you. And my daughter recently had that intent. She didn't quite follow through on it, but she had a substitute teacher that day, and the class was being too noisy, and the substitute asked them to write lines. I will not talk in class. And if you know my daughter, she doesn't hardly talk. She was not talking in class. And so she's sitting here writing these lines about something she didn't do, and we were talking about it after school, and I was trying to help her think through, like, well, what do you think's going on in this substitute teacher's life? She's here investing in kids. There must be some reason, and kind of toyed around with, well, maybe she's looking for love, and thinks she can find it from kids. And my little daughter said, I meant to give her a hug before I left. And I'm like, when I was in 4th grade, I would not have been looking to give her a hug, I can tell you.
You would have probably been recrafting the sentences on your paper. Right?
Yeah. I did not talk in class. I don't know what this is about. But that struck me in that moment as like this, that here at this early age, she, in this moment at least, understood like, I would want a hug. It's like.
And there is. So as in the Sermon on the Mount teaching today, we're looking at the golden rule, right? Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And in a sense here with Romans 13, this complementary verse, we're saying, do unto others as has already been done unto you by the Father. And then this idea that he wants us to take what we would owe him and to share that with those around us.